Hi everyone, it's Elo. In today's video, we are going to be having some hair brushing and scalp massage. My boyfriend has generously agreed to let me use him as a guinea pig. Incidentally, he does not reportedly experience ASMR so far, but I think anyone can appreciate a good head rub. So let's get started. I have my nice wooden brush that some of you may have seen in a couple of my other videos. And I'm just going to gently brush his hair. Which is actually kind of similar to mine in texture. It's thick and coarse and somewhat wavy or curly. Surprisingly, of the two of us, he is actually the one who brushes his hair every day, and I rarely brush mine. Partially because I often have to wear it up for work, but also just because when you have wavy hair, it can get really unpredictable and difficult to style if you brush it. For me, especially if I brush it when it's wet. I really only truly brush my hair if I have full intentions of straightening it or blow drying it. Only once in my life have I ever had hair this short, like a boy cut. I guess it's called a pixie cut when a girl has it. And I had gotten a really terrible haircut, and that was kind of the remedy to that bob gone bad, was to sort of shave all my hair off, and it was quite close to the scalp, less hair than he has on his head. But it was kind of nice because it satisfied a lot of questions I had always wondered: how it feels to run a brush down the back of your head and be able to immediately feel it on your neck, like if there's no more hair here. I always wondered what that feeling was like. It was also really nice not to have to do anything to my hair after I got out of the shower. It definitely showed me that if a boy likes to keep his hair short, it's a true advantage. It's so easy to get ready. Unfortunately, I definitely prefer how I look with longer hair. Oddly enough, as much as I love and appreciate hair and hairstyles and different types of hair, I cannot stand loose hair, like in the bathroom or just on the floor. Whether it's human hair or animal hair, it just really skeeves me out. Kind of always amused me that I have such a phobia or disgust with hair off of someone's head or off of an animal. For as much as I love hair, I actually really wanted to become a hairdresser for quite some time. Go to cosmetology school. Probably part of the reason why I used to play around with my own hair so much and dye it so many colors, try so many different styles. This kind of actually reminds me of the shampoo bowl part of getting a haircut. which I think is one of the best parts of the whole experience. Thankfully, I really like my current hairdresser because he doesn't force me to talk or have a whole lot of conversation. And it's not like he has an attitude. We definitely get along and like each other. But he lets me be quiet when I want to be, which I value a lot because I really have grown to dislike the small talk that I've had to have with countless hairdressers over the years, asking where I go to school, how old I am, what I'm interested in. I know they're just trying to be nice, but some people just don't like talking. Which it feels funny for me to say with my boyfriend in the room because I talk his ear off all the time. And he is way more quiet than I am when we're around each other. But he's also like the one person that I really, really talk to. And he's actually a pretty good listener, so I'm pretty lucky. I think one of my favorite textures to touch, just in general, is after a boy has gotten his hair cut. That shaved down feeling. My brothers used to get their hair buzzed off in the summer, and it was always so soft and smooth afterwards. And you definitely never get to experience that feeling as a girl with long hair. I feel like if I were to have my hair short like that, though, I would just be touching my own head all the time after I got it cut. And I'm mainly rubbing his head and sweeping or circular motions just to try to release any stress or tension built up in the scalp. I don't know how common of knowledge it is, but it's very normal to hold a lot of stress and tension in the scalp. And head massages where you're pressing around and sort of stimulating blood flow to the scalp is also said to increase hair growth. I'm not sure if that's true, but that is what I've read. Granted, my boyfriend doesn't need much help with that because his hair grows incredibly fast. I feel like he needs a haircut every couple weeks. I think another good spot to work to de-stress someone is behind their ears. There's a sort of nerve line that runs there that can get really tight, especially for people who might clench their jaw or grind their teeth. And just applying some slight pressure and rubbing out and away from this area can help decrease tension headaches and other pain around the neck and base of the skull area. Now that I've mussed everything up, I'm just going to go over it again with the brush. I was very little and my mom was still working. We had a babysitter who was an older woman. She has since passed away, but she would come and look after me and my older brother. And sometimes she would do my hair. And she was very stern and orderly. So she liked me to have a perfect part. And I wasn't used to that. I guess I didn't really brush my hair very much even back then. But man, it was painful to get my hair done by her. She applied a lot of force. And I was always very sensitive, and I'm not super tender-headed, but enough to where it was painful to have her pulling me into a ponytail or trying to give me Pippi Longstocking's braids or something. And it's really amazing how a person's demeanor and willingness to be patient and gentle can really impact your experience, even with something as simple as having your hair brushed. It can be a very tender or caring act, or it can be one that's a bit more wild and violent. And I think that's one of the interesting things about being a part of the ASMR community, is seeing all the different scenarios in which a person could potentially feel nice and tingly and calm and at ease with another human being, if only the other person were feeling calm and gentle as well. That's part of what makes spontaneous, unintentional ASMR so valuable, in my eyes at least, is that you can't create that moment. You can never guess if the person you're interacting with is going to be kind and soft, or loud and harsh, or just having a bad day. I think one really good example of that is the popularity of dentist role plays. Surely not that many people can love going to the dentist. It's just a testament to how powerful what we do and feel can be. which is pretty cool. One of the areas I also like to pay some attention to is this sort of back ridge line of the skull. I don't know if it's because I wear my hair up a lot, but I tend to get a lot of headaches in this area. And so I guess I just tend to think of it as a more sensitive area for pain. Honestly, if you're new to giving a scalp rub or massage or anything like that, you can always try to imagine where you would feel pain, and it might not be perfectly accurate for the other person 100% of the time, but I do think that we are prone to carrying stress and pain in similar parts of our bodies. So it's a pretty good bet that even if it's not the perfect spot for that person, it will probably be helpful and beneficial and relaxing for them as well. And it could be a good way to guide yourself through becoming more comfortable with that process until you maybe get some feedback from the person. My boyfriend is a contracted mute model today, so I can't currently get any feedback from him, so I'm just going to massage in a way that I think would feel good. I find it very interesting that ASMR can be, and is, I guess, such a visual thing as well. Sometimes visual triggers can be just as tingly and relaxing for me as auditory ones. And sometimes I really enjoy watching some unintentional ASMR, such as practice physical exams on patients, or something like a head rub like we're doing now. I think it can be really mesmerizing to watch, but also surprisingly easy to envision that it's you who's being touched or taken care of, being made to feel good and calm. Just very interesting how powerful just seeing can be. And I'm gonna brush this all down again. A number of years ago, I used to watch some videos by a fairly large YouTube channel called Psyche Truth, and mainly I would watch their massage videos, sometimes to try to soothe my sore feet or legs. Other times just because I found it relaxing. And I guess it wasn't quite ASMR inducing for me. It was more just calming and relaxing. But I couldn't believe a number of years later when I found out that they expanded into having their own ASMR channel. And one of the girls who provides some of their ASMR content was frequently a model in their massage videos that I used to watch. So it was pretty interesting to see her in that context. I wouldn't have given up the gig of being the massage guinea pig, though. If I were her, I would have. Maybe she still does get massages from time to time for the channel. But man, what a life. I do always try to please as many of my viewers as possible. So, for the rest of this video, I am going to wrap up by brushing and massaging without talking. And I hope that you find it relaxing and that you can drift into a very peaceful sleep if that's your goal. So I will continue brushing and move into massaging to end the video. And I hope to see you next time.